Have you ever wondered why some things seem to affect you more than they affect everyone else? Someone says something small, and somehow you're still thinking about it hours later. A movie ends, but the feeling stays. You notice a change in someone's voice before they even realize they've changed it. And sometimes you wish you could just turn it down. The overthinking, the sensitivity, the way certain moments stay with you longer than they should. But here's what most people misunderstand. Feeling deeply isn't the same thing as being weak. Sometimes it means your mind is simply processing more than other people can see. And if you're someone who feels everything intensely, there are 4 patterns you might recognize. Pattern 1. You notice what other people overlook. Some people listen to words. You notice everything around the words. The pause before someone answers. The change in their tone. The expression behind a simple, "I'm fine." You don't just ask, "What did they say?" Your mind also asks, "What changed?" That's why you may pick up on things other people completely miss. But there's a downside. When your mind becomes good at detecting subtle emotional signals, it can also start detecting them when they're not actually there. A short reply can feel like rejection. A different tone can feel like anger. Someone being quiet can make you wonder what you did wrong. Your sensitivity can help you understand people, but without enough distance, it can also make you interpret too much. Pattern 2. You don't just experience emotions, you analyze them. For some people, an emotion arrives and leaves. But for you, an emotion can become a question. Why did that hurt so much? Why am I still thinking about this? Why did that one sentence stay with me? You're not simply feeling the emotion. You're trying to understand it. And that's where things can get exhausting, because the original feeling might last 10 minutes, but the meaning you attach to it can last for hours. Remember this: intensity doesn't always mean importance. Sometimes you're not discovering some deep truth. Sometimes you're simply feeling something very strongly. Pattern 3. You remember how things felt. Some people remember what happened. You remember the feeling. Years later, you might forget the exact conversation, but remember how you felt sitting there. The embarrassment, the warmth, the feeling of being understood, or the feeling of not being understood. That's because emotions can become powerful anchors for memory. A song, a place, a smell, even someone's voice can suddenly bring an old feeling back. And maybe that's why deeply feeling people can be so nostalgic. Sometimes you're not missing the moment. You're missing who you were when that moment existed. Pattern 4. You care deeply about meaning. You don't just want to know what happened. You want to know what it meant. Why did they change? Why did that relationship end? Why did I react that way? What does this say about me? Your mind naturally looks beneath the surface, and that can make you thoughtful, empathetic, good at understanding perspectives other people overlook. But it can also become exhausting, because when everything needs an explanation, nothing is allowed to simply happen. Not every silence has a hidden message. Not every distant reply means you did something wrong. And not every emotional reaction is evidence of a deeper problem. Sometimes things are exactly as simple as they look. So if you've always wondered why certain things seem to hit you harder, maybe there's nothing wrong with you. Maybe your mind simply pays attention to things other people move past. But here's the important part. You don't need to become less sensitive. You need to become better at understanding your sensitivity. Because sensitivity without boundaries can become overwhelm. But sensitivity with awareness can become emotional intelligence. You can feel hurt without making that hurt your identity. You can care about someone without carrying everything they feel. And you can experience something deeply without letting that feeling decide what you do next. Because the goal isn't to feel less, it's to understand what you feel before it understands you. And maybe that's the real strength of people who feel everything so deeply. They don't become people who feel less. They become people who finally learn what their feelings are trying to tell them.